Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, to my left, we got him back again. My pops, how you doing, Dad?
I'm doing great. Great. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm chilling. I wanted to do this video with you because I saw. First of all, big shout out to my main man, Showbiz the Adult, doing good stuff on his channel. He put out a video recently about. It was 10 fighters he thinks could succeed in any era of boxing who are active right now. Okay. I made my video on that recently. That just dropped. I haven't even told you who it was. So
so,
mind you guys, I have not influenced his opinions, and he doesn't know one fighter who I even think could succeed in any era. But I wanted to ask you just to name some guys you think fighting right now that you believe would be successful in any era of boxing. So you want to jump into that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now.
Okay, so start with the first. Who's the first?
Number
guy?
one for me would be Lomachenko. Because of all his skill, all his amateur experience he's had, the way he's come up. I love the way he's training. He trains very awkward. He doesn't just train the same old boxing routine, and I think he can adapt to any era due to the fact that his skills are just out of this world.
So you think like because the way he trains and the way he approaches the sport that he'd be able to adapt to any style they put in front of him?
Yes.
Okay, so we got Vasily Lomachenko. All right. Who is the next guy?
The next guy in any order, the next guy I like him. He's young. People say he's not proven yet, but I think he's going to be something. Is Lopez. Teofimo Lopez.
Teofimo Lopez?
Yes,
really? Wow. Okay.
I like him. I like him. I like his charisma. I like his showboat. I like his confidence, and I can see skills in him that can take him a long way. He's got the power. He's willing to take on anybody, and I think he could do it. I think he's one of those guys that I like. When he steps in the ring, you already know he's going to go war with him.
Okay, so far we got a guy that's a pound for pound caliber fight. We got a guy that's hasn't even fought at world level yet. So interesting start here to his list.
Yeah.
All right. Who is the next guy?
The next guy I like is I think I said him. Him, and I like Anthony Joshua heavyweight. People might say whatever they want, but skill wise, I think Anthony Joshua is top out with his skills, and I think that he will do good in the era of boxing. Bronze Wilder, I like him.
Deontay Wilder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bronze Wilder. I think people are doubting him because he doesn't have
boxing skills.
But if he survived without power punch this far for 30-some fights or 40-some fights, he can still do it.
He's done something right.
And back in the day, you didn't have to be all skill. You know how to knock somebody out. That's all you need. So I think him. I think surprisingly I picked him as another one.
Yeah.
Another guy that I think is very talented but is poorly managed is Gervonta Davis.
Okay. So you think Tank Davis could succeed in any era?
I think he could. I think his quickness, his speed. He's got power that people don't think he has. Unbelievable power. I think he could be another fighter that can actually go up there and stay there. I also like. I like Earl Spence. I like Earl Spence, but not him. Crawford. I think Crawford would be good. Okay. I think Crawford's got people doubted him. He's a very skillful boxer. He became undisputed, so I think Crawford would be another one.
That's a good one.
That I really do like. People underestimate him for whatever the reason because of his resume. But I mean, you have to look at his record regardless and see what he's done for boxing. What he's doing right now at 147. So yeah. Another fighter that I like from the UK is I like Josh Warrington.
Josh Warrington.
Yeah, I like Josh Warrington.
Really? So you think you need to explain that one to me? Josh Warrington can succeed in any era of boxing.
I think.
Wow. Okay.
The way I see that, and I could be wrong.
Why do you think? What do you see in like Josh Warrington that makes you think that? Like,
I think he's a fighter and he's a go-getter, and he. People underestimated him for so much.
And he's got the right mentality, you feel?
And he proved, because I honestly, the fight that really made my mind really change was the fight with Frampton. I thought Frampton was going to tear him up.
Well, even before that, when he fought Selby,
Selby was good too, but I think...
the Frampton fight, I mean, I thought... I thought he was maybe a bit out of his depth for the Frampton fight, but he really...
He's a warrior. He's a warrior.
He's got a lot of this. He's got it here.
Yeah. And one more person that I have to mention... Because he's the people's champ, and I really like him. His style is so awkward that I don't think anybody can handle him. Just where he came from, the Gypsy King, is a Tyson Fury.
Okay.
That man right there, his style of boxing is one that nobody can train for. I'm sorry to say. His movement is crazy. What he does on the ring is crazy, but it works. So that's probably my top dog as being the
a guy who can fight any era. So Tyson Fury.
Yeah, Tyson.
He's got all the ingredients. He's got the
everything.
awkwardness, the height, the skills,
He
the
might not have
toughness.
a big power punch, but he has a punch, and everything's not power.
No.
You know, but the way what I'm saying, a lot of boxers train for their opponents on a regular systematic way. And you can't do that.
And he just breaks that. He
can't. Because you don't know.
He makes you want to come out the paper and throw it in the trash can.
Yeah, you don't know what's gonna come out. You gotta roll the dice for him. You don't know, and because he's so awkward is what throws off the opponents to fight him.
Yeah.
And I really like him. His confidence. That's one thing. He's brash and he's confident and he believes in what he has. And I guess from where he came from, you have to do that. So yeah, I think he would be another great fighter.
Okay.
You know?
So let's go back to your list. So you had Crawford, you had Spence, you had Teofimo Lopez, Vasily Lomachenko,
Warrington,
Josh Warrington, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua. Did I miss anybody?
Yeah, no, that was pretty much it.
7? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm now he doesn't know who I had on my list.
Yeah.
You actually so all the guys that you named. Let me see. There's three that you got that I actually listed. One of them I'm surprised you had, one of them that I said that you also said. I'm surprised we both said it.
Okay.
Was Gervonta Davis. I said the same thing. I had Gervonta Davis as well because
Wow.
I think Gervonta Davis, the explosion that he punches with, the speed of his punches, the fundamentals he has as well.
Right.
He hasn't really had a show so far, but he does have a lot of good fundamentals. I think that would translate well to any era. I could see him fighting with one of the top lightweights. Any era. Even though, right now I know in this era he has yet to prove to be a great. I think he has the ingredients to be a great.
Right.
So you have him. And then you also mentioned Crawford.
Yeah.
I put Crawford as well because I think Crawford, his style, like once you break down his style, he has that he can switch hit kind of like Marvin Hagler.
I love that.
Like Marvin
I love when he
Hagler
goes
kind of
southpaw. And Aqueduct, I love that style for him. He can adapt to anything too. I like him, and he's got a dog in him. People don't think he has it, but he does. People say, "Oh, he's soft," and this and that. But he comes out, and he does it. So
yes, you have him, and then I also said Errol Spence Jr. because
man.
his style. He basically when I don't know if you probably know who this is. Errol Spence's style when I watch him fight. It's like a more controlled version of like Terry Norris.
Okay.
Terry, because I don't know if you know. Terry Norris is Errol Spence's favorite fighter.
Wow. Okay, so he's adapted more to.
So that's why he's not as wild as Terry Norris.
Yeah,
but he fights very much like.
And he's more disciplined.
Yes, than Terry Norris, because Terry Norris had all the skills, but he liked to get into fights and brawls all the time.
Right.
And wars. So those are the 3 common names we had. I'm surprised. I'm actually kind of mad at myself because when I did my video, I didn't mention any heavyweight. I didn't mention no heavyweight.
Oh, wow.
I didn't mention Tyson Fury, but I would have mentioned Tyson Fury. And another name I would have mentioned because this guy reminds me of one of my favorite fighters of all time.
Yeah.
And I think he would just be a really good fighter no matter what era you put him in. Is Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
That's a guy.
Everybody says that but I don't think boxing gives him enough credit for the skills that he has.
Well. No, it's kind of not like he has had the opportunity to really prove it against the top opposition as of yet.
Yeah.
Hopefully now, thankfully, praying to God that the zone now with him being on the zone, they have like every middleweight and their mom on the zone now. They have Canelo, Triple G now is there, and Jacob. So if he can't get fights now, he's never gonna get fights.
That's true. So true.
So yeah, another guy I had on my list. So I actually let me tell my full list because I only tell who had a comment. These are the guys I named in my video. So I had Chocolatito. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Roman Gonzalez. Gonzalez. I had
That's right.
I had Spence. I had Crawford. I had Pacquiao.
Oh man,
I had Manny Pacquiao.
Right,
I think
right.
he'd do really well in any era.
I
had Dimitri Bivol.
Yeah, I don't know much about. I see him. I see what he's done, but I have to know more about him.
Okay, I got Bivol. I had let's see, I'm trying to remember who I had. Oh, I had Naoya the Monster Inoue, the Japanese fighter.
Yeah. That's you're right.
I had him.
Yeah.
And who else did I have? I can't remember who else I had right now.
They were all lightweights, or
they were all like smaller fighters, like almost like the
Estrada.
most. No, it wasn't Estrada.
Ringside.
No, it wasn't wrong with Ringside. Okay. Although those are guys I think would have a chance, but
those are honorable mentions.
Honestly, yeah, the names that really stood out for me were Roman Gonzalez, Inoue, Bivol, and Pacquiao. But out of all those guys that I named on my list, the guy that I think would have the biggest chance to be like a great any era, and I know Don Turner disagrees because he told me to get the fuck out of here when I interviewed him.
What is it?
Roman Gonzalez, man. I really think Roman Gonzalez, like, because his skill, because I was saying this, he would be good in any era because of the guy who trained him, who actually built the foundation of his skill set. And that guy being, obviously, rest in peace, the great Alexis Arguello.
Yeah.
And he's pretty much like Roman Gonzalez was Alexis Arguello 2.0. Yeah. If Alexis Arguello was the Atari, then Roman Gonzalez was the PlayStation 2.
That's true.
And I think, just he doesn't waste punches, he doesn't waste movement. He in his prime, we're talking about a guy who could hit you at 9 punches in a row and not get hit back.
Yeah, and his record speaks for itself, what he's done for the lightweight. So, I mean, people got to respect that, even though they don't want to. I mean, they forget about that. People always live in the moment, but they don't see the facts behind that. Before he actually got to fight ringside, and lost to him twice, who was the top dog in that division was him. I
mean, he was a top dog at every weight as he was moving up.
He had no fear to get in with anybody. You gotta respect that. That's what I'm saying. When fighters get in there and they fight and they lose to top contenders, you gotta respect that. And when you fight with a Mickey Mouse, you know what I mean? And people don't give him enough credit. People still hating on him.
People say now, like I'll see sometimes they'll post about him in boxing groups, or I'll see a post about him on Instagram about maybe some news about him.
Yeah.
People will say, "Oh, this guy's was never the pound number one. He never deserved it." And I'm like, well, of everybody who said that, I've yet to meet one boxing fan who has like legitimate knowledge of the smaller weight classes.
Right.
That can give me a legitimate reason as to why it wasn't pound number one. Because if you really know the guys around those weights, and you know who he beat, and you saw the fights and how he beat them, you know that he's the real deal.
Yeah.
And, so there you have it. So that's my pops' list. Let's run through it again. It was you had Lomachenko, Lopez, Tank Davis, Josh Warrington, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, and Spence.
I say a little bit about Spence.
And Crawford?
Yeah, Crawford.
Okay.
Definitely Crawford.
So that's his list.
Yeah.
A couple, I mean, I'm not going to lie, there's the Lopez. Oh, and you said Fury as well.
Yeah, Fury, yeah.
And so Lopez and Warrington, very surprising names. I did not expect those.
I like
the names that were different from my end, I know he didn't have think about is Bivol.
Bivol's like, for me, I don't know much about him. He's been around, but like Sergey Kovalev, I know him. I follow him all the time. But Bivol, he's good. I got to give him that, but I don't know much about him to put him that, give him the facts given. The list you had was great. I should have thought about half of them, and that's what happens when you get old, man. I got punched out too many times. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so the list that my son had was better than mine, and he had the actual facts for it. The only one that would disagree with you was Bivol because I don't know much about him. Not saying that he doesn't belong there. I just haven't seen much about him.
All you need to know is Pernell Whitaker's a big fan of his.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, I don't even know. Yeah. So like, his last fight for Joe Smith Jr. Pernell Whitaker, because one of Bivol's favorite fighters is Pernell Whitaker.
Wow.
And main event, so I guess promoter Pernell Whitaker or promotes Bivol or whatever.
Right.
They invited Pernell Whitaker to the fight. He came, he sat ringside, and he said, "Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about this kid." And he said, and Pernell Whitaker said after watching the fight Joe Smith Jr. and dominating him, he said, "I think this guy has enough to go to the top."
Wow.
And that's a former guy who was pound king himself.
Yeah, he knows. He was more defensive fighter, wasn't he?
He's one of the top 5. Arguably, some people say the greatest defensive fighter of all time. So
I have to put him in that list too. I mean, people say Floyd, but I think Floyd has his own sweet signs or whatever.
Oh, defense?
Yeah.
Oh no, Floyd is definitely one of the best defensive fighters.
Yeah,
Floyd,
yeah.
Whitaker, James Toney, Michael Nunn is pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Those are guys that spring to mind when I think of great defensive fighters. But anyway, that's our list. That was his list, uninfluenced by me. I wanted him to pick his own guys.
And maybe you guys have a better list than ours. You can put it down on your comments.
Yeah, so let us know in the comments, who are some fighters that you guys believe fighting right now that are currently active that you think would be successful in any era? Maybe some guys that we named, that we didn't name. Maybe and feel free to let us know why, if you think we're crazy for some of the names we named, and we'll definitely get into that.
Yeah, but, it's boxing. It's talking boxing. Put it that way.
Yeah, but we're gonna go. Take care, guys.
The show's about to end.
The show's about to end.
Yeah.
All right.